NFL. And we've got CeeDee Lamb. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Still fighting for more. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 52 yards. And the Cowboys go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Pretty plain and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get caught up before you go for the big strikes. We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And taken right at the 35. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Cooks flashing the footwork. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed, a lack of great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. On first down, Ellison. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And Hurts going to move them around. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Hurts. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That is incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down now, Ellison. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. 63. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. We look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass. And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play. Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up second down. He'll look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Penny up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, Eagles.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Prescott going to change the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself.
And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. On his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 52 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Aubrey now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Second down. Here's Hurts. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. they've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. Aubrey Good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly. Get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. That's taken on the 25. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Ellison. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Prescott on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Ellison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Kevontae Turpin on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
He gets it to his right. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. And flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Pushing through the contact. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's caught left side by Cooks. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. Dorrance Armstrong, his 2nd sack of the night. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things. That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Second down and 4.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On play action, Prescott. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 160 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 3rd down, Ellison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going for it all. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are pouring it on. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be right.
Hurts fumbles it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Penny, a first down carry. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Prescott now from the 50. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws, Has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson, 35 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
King, Field King, Field King. 63, 63.
On first down, Hurts throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Silver, set.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Now Hurts on the option right. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll run on first down. Ellison still fighting for more. And he'll get this down to the 10. 187 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Prescott. Flushed out right. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by Penning. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Inside handoff, Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott off play action. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed.